Hey everybody, today on a little bit of a lighter note, we're going to be opening up this Blast City. Now some notes about this, because this is right when I decided to pull stuff off the market and not really deal with selling them anymore. It goes kind of a little bit hand in hand with the other Net City, with the new Net City that we opened up last time. Is just, you know, these are in much better shape. I'm much more happy with these, but also it's just like, this is not what was expected. So very first thing, and I'm gonna start opening this up while we do this, go ahead and take a look at this monitor here. If you come on in, you can see that this is not an original monitor. It is a flat tri-sync, and in here they've done like this little bracket that fills the gap between the bezel and the monitor on all sides. And when I found out about this, I got a little manual like on how to do it, and you know, some little information about it, but like, people want original monitors, and when these weren't original monitors, well, suddenly it became a hassle. And then, you know, people see a picture of a Blast City, they don't even care. They say, hey, is that for sale? And every single time I have to tell them they don't have original monitors, and they're like, oh, well, you know. So again, that's why the correspondence for candy cabs is so difficult, because everybody's doing this, and there's a couple that aren't. But, you know, you still have to sift through all of it. If you leave the option open, people are going to keep asking. And it's just a lot of work, and it's for nothing, because, you know, people would end up not really getting what they want. So at any rate, there's, I think, 2 or 3 of these that I have left, and I'm just taking them off the market. And I'm at least going to keep one, but, like, until I can do something like this, have a full video, you know, breakdown of it, take pictures, clean it up, you know, and be able to answer everyone's questions the way they want them answered, because I can't normally do that. I can't, if it's not on site, I can't tell them, you know, oh, you know, there's a little nix here, or, you know, like little things about it. I don't have that information. So at any rate, I may list the last one at some point. And I'll put a couple weeks notice on it, like I mentioned in the last video, but I will not take inquiries for them, because it is just too much work, and there's no fair way whatsoever to allocate these to people, you know, without someone saying, oh, well, I wanted it, you know. What can I do about that? You know, there's one cab and 25 people want to buy it. What am I supposed to do? So, at any rate, I hate to, you know, be that way about it, but I have to now. I've just gotten to a point where I can't keep up with that. But at any rate, these are better, and I mean, like, I like these cabs, and honestly, considering that they don't have original monitors, I'm more inclined to keep them, because I can't afford to have cabs that you wheel it out to a show and the monitor's going to die. And I think original Blast monitors are pretty notorious for that. So for me, this cab will probably be more reliable. Is this already coming out? It just feels like this cab would be more reliable to me than one with an original monitor. So what they did with these, since these have, it's a Chinese monitor, but it is tri-sync, and they just added this fingerboard here that pulls video off the JAMA and feeds it into a VGA adapter. Now, I did try out one of the other one, or two, actually I tried 2 of the other ones before, so I know this works pretty well. The monitor just came up really extra bright. So it probably needs to be adjusted once this is hooked up, but I couldn't find the remote board. It's probably under here. So today we're going to open that up and see if we can adjust the monitor on this sucker too. So I'm going to hook up our handy dandy magical Tetris, my not expensive test board, which people mentioned I had balls for using a Moochie pork to test a cab, but it really was, and I've told them, you know, literally it was just the first thing off off the shelf that I grabbed that was vertical. I said, hey, let's just use this. But this is what I've been leaving at the warehouse to test for now. Let's get that in there. To close this back up, because it's got the power switch there. That'll trigger, close it, and plug it in. All right, and I'm going to open up this here so that we can try to find the monitor remote. Now they did go, and this is actually hooked up to the monitor panel. So this actually does. I think it's this one. Nope, not that one. This is actually. I'm going to wait for it to come up on screen again so you can see, but Alright, yeah, there you can see the GOS there. It is actually hooked up to the DGOS coil, which is nice. And it comes up pretty good. And it looks nice. And this one actually doesn't seem as overly bright as the other ones we had. So let me find my ratchet. Let's get in there. If this is even, no, this isn't the right size. Is it? Maybe it is. No, that is not the right size. Okay, I don't have the right size on me then. Well, this one doesn't really need to be adjusted, I think, anyway. It actually looks pretty good the way it is. It is a little bit bright, but honestly, I'm less concerned if it's, you know, too bright. I'm more concerned if it's like dim or something like that. But yeah, so I mean, just initially this looks really good. And overall the blast isn't in bad shape. But again, you know, you never know if you're going to get something like this or you're going to get something like this cab over here that we showed a couple days ago. So at any rate, I just wanted to kind of take a look over this this blast, especially about the monitor, since these weren't original. Because honestly, they look good, and with that little bit of a gap filler, it's fine. Even without that gap filler, these would be fine, I think. Oh, one last thing. Let's look in the back so you can take a look at the monitor as well here. The way off, because people had questions about this, of course, you know. So here's the monitor from the back. We've got, I believe these were Weyas, I guess is what they were, but if that wants to focus, there we go. So I think, you know, maybe a little harder to mess with. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what's worse, getting something like this to deal with or the original blast monitors. But this looks fine. I actually really like this cabinet. And again, I was kind of straying away from keeping any Blast Cities just because of the monitors. But yeah. Well, notice also the header's not lit on this one, but I can go back and fix that. But yeah, so that's these this batch of Blast Cities. I think that'll be it for candy cabs, and I'm not sure what else I'm going to be opening off of this container. There actually may not be much, but I mean, we've got tons of stuff here still. So who knows? Maybe we'll do something else. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video.